Hello guys, so this is Codeforces round 913 and this is the third question C, removal of unattractive pairs. So here we have Vlad who has a string which has all small letters and he wants to make it short as possible. He can to do this he can remove any pair of adjacent characters, but the condition is that the characters should be different. For example, if we'll take this S string raccoon, then he can delete this pair, then this pair he can also delete, but he cannot delete this pair. Why? Because the OO is same, right? So the only conditions to remove a pair is that whenever you are like removing a pair, the characters should be adjacent with each other. They should be different. Okay. Now, basically, you have to tell that for every string, how many after like all the deletions, he can do any number of operations. After all that operations, he can make matlab, what is the minimum length he can achieve, right? Matlab, how much short he can make that string after all the deletions. So if we'll talk about A B C, so we can optimally, if we'll optimally delete everything, then the way to delete is first we'll delete AB, after that we can delete AC, and the answer would be 0, right? If we'll talk about A B A C and A C, in this case first we'll delete this one, then we'll delete this one, and the answer would be 1. If we'll talk about this one, this test case, then first we will delete this VD, then CV, then BV, then EV, right? This is how we will delete. Like now, if we'll talk about A, B, C, D, E, F, G, then we can make this pair, and this pair. The catch in this question is that for any string which is which has odd number of length, right? Like 7, 3, then 9. It is not possible to make pairs of all the characters, even if all the characters are different. So basically, in all the odd length strings, there would be at least one character that is bound to be left after all the operations, right? So this is first catch, right? Now, so second catch would be that we can't actually we can't actually iterate through the string and then as like if we'll talk about this one, so first that could come, the first solution that could come in your mind, first logic could be that we will iterate through the string, and then if we'll see that two characters are different, then we'll delete that, right? That could be like true, but it will not work in this scenario, right? D A B B B. In this one, if we'll first delete this one, then the answer would be 3. But if we'll delete optimally, like DA triple B, then first we should delete this one, AB, and then we'll delete DB, and the answer would be actually 1, right? So in this type of question, if you will see all the characters, the catch would be that if let's take another test case like triple F and then AAA, right? So if you'll see, then anyhow, like it doesn't matter how, wherever, what is the configuration, what is the positions of all the characters. If there is like 3 characters which are different in like F, then these three pairs can be made, right? The answer would be 1. So the catch is that we have to first find the maximum number of any string which is in the maximum number of any character which is in the string, right? So um, if it is less than the half length of the string, then all the characters are basically, like, if we'll talk about 10 digit, like 10 length character, then if there is 1 2 3 4 5a, and after that it doesn't matter what is a 1 2 3 4 5, yeah, it doesn't matter what is the alphabet next, what is the next alphabet, it is gonna be cancelled, right? Like this for every, like, and it doesn't matter wherever the positions. If you want, you can just test with all the positions in this one, right? With this test case you can test all the positions, the answer would be 0 here. With this test case you can test all the positions, it doesn't matter whatever the position is, you can actually do it by the length of the string, by just checking the maximum number of any string. Okay, so in this algorithm, that's what I have done. First I have taken the test case, then I have taken the length of the string, then I have taken the string. After that I have actually calculated the maximum occurring character in a string, right? This is the function to get maximum occurring character in a string. It will basically tell you, it will take string first, then it will store it in a map. Okay, basically I've used hashing in this, and this is the string length, and after that I have stored the answer. Matlab, this is just for checking part, but basically I have just stored the frequency of every character. As we iterate through the string, I have stored the frequency of every character in the map, and whenever the like the frequency of the present string becomes maximum, then the previous biggest number, then then the count is updated. See, count is the maximum number of any string that could happen, right? CNT. So basically it is returning that only as integer. So I've taken this up. Now the main thing is that if that CNT is um, less than the half of the string, then the answer would always be, all of the string would get cancelled in different pairs, right? Like I have shown you. Like if we'll talk about this, then the answer would get cancelled by A B A B A B. It doesn't matter wherever, whatever the configuration is, or whatever, however you make its position, right? If we'll talk about A, and then B B B, then if you'll see that this is actually same as that, but the thing is that see, the thing is that it is an odd number, and because of this odd number, they is bound to left to bound it is bound that a character would be left. It doesn't matter how, but it will happen. So so if CNT is less than or equal to the half of the string, or half of the length of the string, then that then and the string of the length and the length of the string is even, then we will output 0, and if the length of the string is odd, then we will output 1, right? Now what if the maximum number of any character is more than the half of the string, right? So then we can actually say that I've stored that in H, right? If I'll talk about, like, what, let me see. We'll talk about AA, BB, PBB, right? So this is how many? it is 2a and 5b, right? Basically it's 7 characters, right? 7. So first of all, it is always bound to be that it's gonna be greater than 0. That is bound to be because the length is 7, which is odd. So in this, what we can say is v is the maximum occurring character and its value is 5. Maximum count is 5. Then what we will do, we will make pairs with a and b first of all, right? So first we'll have to um, like in this case, how many characters are there except v? First of all, we know that 5 characters are v is a maximum occurring character and its count is 5, right? So except for 5, what is the count of other characters? So it is total. If we, even if we'll take it as g, I want the count of character other than v, right? So ag, it means it's true, right? So first we will minus 5 minus 2, right? Because these two can make pairs with v, right? Now whatever is left would be the answer. Okay, this would be the answer, which is 3. Okay, so that is a logic actually. Now what I have done is I've done h is equals to the count minus total minus count, right? This is what I've done, and after like solving this, it will come as t cnt minus t plus cnt. After that, h is equals to 2 into cnt minus t. That's it. Thank you.